Hey everyone, and welcome back to Riverbend Springs. Now, see here, we're literally following straight on from the last episode again. To get this guy unloaded, and then I'll get back. I'm hoping this AI between them can manage to finish this field off. Obviously, we need them to get on with it because we have the others still to do. Well, my plan is I'm going to nip back to the farm, grab all the sheep's wool, because at the end of last episode, we bought the rope maker. So we can now make rope. 20 to 3, so that's what? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, so that's not quite. 40, 80, 120, 160, so I think cotton's probably slightly better, but the problem is cotton is so much more work to do, which I don't want to do, so for now the wool can stay. I'm going to take that over to the rope maker, that's died. Then I'm going to go back to the sawmill and try and get the rest of the raw materials over here to the playground maker. And once we've done that, we can go pick up our new toy from the shop. And then I'm hopefully going to jump in on some of this harvesting that these guys are on with. Right, so that's now filled him up. Lovely, mate. Ah, yeah, he should just start. So he's now going again, that's good. There's the new machine, by the way. Yes, like I say, my first job, I'm going to nip up to the farm. And I'm going to grab all the wool, because we had some from the original sheep's barn, and then we have... I believe we've already produced quite a lot. This is progress. We can get the rope maker going. Let's say the playground needs it, and my long-term goal of the wagon builder, he also needs it. I said I want to get the cement factory running again. Obviously, we also could do with making some money because I spent quite a lot between that field, between the rope maker, and between our new telehandler. What I should be able to do here is actually swing onto that new lane I built. This will be a good test of how tight I did this bend. So too, but obviously we're going to have a lot of baling to do as well at some point in the very near future. A lot of bales to move. No biggie. I do like this track now for it, it does make things a lot better. There's no letters in it. The farmer's kiosk won't buy the wool. I might just take the lettuce and sell it while I'm here. No, we'll save that for later. I don't want to. Yeah, I have a feeling will the farmer's kiosk give me money for wool? No. Hang on, why is he not showing the rope maker when I know the rope? Looks like I can't sell it there now, can I? I can only drop it off there to make. Oh, that's never. I hate the way he does this sometimes. I don't know why he does it. Maybe as soon as he decides a particular set of pallets he doesn't like. Leave me to have to try and fight with it like this. A lot of these don't have a huge amount in because we're moving things around. So that's 5,000 layers. It's not a huge amount, but it should be enough to get him started. Let's say we'll produce it into rope, which we can then give to the playground to begin with. All the plans still apply. The plans of like getting chickens, of I wouldn't mind more land once again. But I always want more land. That's just me. I'm hoping once the AI finish that field to do, I'm just going to set cosplay on this field. I didn't use cosplay on that one because it would risk it going over ground I'd already done. Interesting to see what he does there. Does he say he's complete or does he figure out? He appears to have figured it out even if he's going to go backwards. We appear to be spending a bit more time on this part of the map, which is nice because it's a bit we haven't really explored apart from when I discovered the tractor mailbox, which I still want a tractor mailbox. I really do. But then I also want the large tractor he's got on the other side of his yard. Man, they did turn these bends with long trailers in mind, didn't they? So hopefully those two get that. If we can get it all done today and we can then get that new field we bought harvested, I don't know if we will or not. I kind of doubt we will. But you never know, the AI is actually doing better than I thought. Obviously all these fields are going to want ripping again. He's going to complain he's full soon, but he's got the tractor with him. And there's going to be a lot of bales coming up some of these fields. I don't know whether just to sell the wood chips, I don't know what price I get for them right now. Yeah, look how low it is, it's like literally a quarter of what it could be. So what part of me wants to, I'm just like, I'm not losing that much money on it. So here we are, here's the rope maker. So where do I need to... That looks like a collection point to me. Looks like your drop-off point. Yep, there we go. So now start that up. There we are, we're now producing ropes. Don't know how quick it's going to be or anything like that, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, if we get ourselves back to the sawmill. Yeah, this road will do it. That road there with a gate on it. Now look what's up there, that's intriguing. Oh, look where I'm going occasionally, shouldn't I? The sawmill's turned off right now because we had plenty of production going. You see there, we've got plenty of stuff in here. Now I did manage this once before, didn't have to actually get him into here, but it's tight. Could do without that fence there, really. Come on, get over a little bit more. If I do that and then I keep an eye on it, keep an eye on the loading filter. Oh, that's that one. Why in it? Don't know if it's something I do wrong. I'm gonna try and see if I can get these wood chips out of the way. We can do that, but then get everything else in line. I don't know what else we'll need after this. I'm tempted to actually get the wood chips out of here and just put them somewhere else. I get everything there's one missed. There we are, that's everything the mill had. And now stuck on the wall. So once again, back to the playground. Should be the last lot, I'm hoping. Another 100,000 if nice right work with these complete and you're stuck on the pole again. And what I can do is I can sort of set this up. Which field am I sending you to next? It's number 2. I do that. And I do this. I won't let me fold it because there's too much in it. Sometimes if it's right only a few hundred litres it will let you. Oh, 2 hours on this thing already. Like I said about renting them, we are going to get through. Now what, a third of the tank of diesel? set this guy to field 2 as well. I believe the tractor should catch me up, it's way faster than I am. Right, so I'll try and get this there as quickly as I can. Which one is done? This was the next turn in here. Keep my eye on the hill over there, see if I see him coming over. I think the draw distance is just keeping him out. The indicators on the actual harvest on this are not very good. Really can't see them. I had a picture about deer. People riding cattle, was that? Kind of a strange image. If I set these guys this, what I might do is go and try and start do some bailing. Obviously, once I've sold the last of the I've got, I know what we'll do first is we'll give some food to the baby calves. Because at the moment, I think if they're not down just to meadow grass, they're not far off, and that's not good for anyone. So we're getting to the field now, it's nice easy. Obviously back to the land we know well, the land we've had for since the start of the game. I forget now all the different things that have been on these fields. At least with this time I can use this. Continue our I didn't like the way you stopped them, but I think it was just the game. Right then folks, so I'll get this up to the flavor maker, we'll get the fence side and we'll start with it, so please sit back and enjoy. Sheep, ladies and gentlemen. Did I forget to close the gate? Means we have an escapist. Who's now rotating. Okay. I'm just going to leave him do that. Sheep in the road, I mean, honestly. Right, so I remember to reset the bell counter this time, so at least we'll have an idea of what these fields give us. No, so I was thinking ahead to next year's harvest. I was thinking there, we're gonna get already up to barley 83 wheat, but then we've got the sorghum field. I'm thinking if we keep the sorghum field, wow, look at the price rope sells for. Rope sells for big money. That could turn out to be a really great shrewd buy of ours. How much was the cement factory to buy again? 370. Wow, that one's really expensive. Just debating, so we're going to rent it again to do this building project, like I said, but we'll actually buying it. So I've got this and I've got the big field 88 to do. I do want to do root crops again next year because it's to skip 1 year now. Back to it. I'm just not 100% sure which field's going to be best for doing it on. I'm going to have to look into that. Hey, 3 at once, fantastic. Spin them out like a Gatling gun. Yeah, I do like having that little vent actually, it's making a big difference. Make a big difference to just being able to move, as you saw them, for feeding those cows. Should have slipped off. My bad. Too busy looking at what's around me and not what I'm doing. Hopefully those two can get on with that fairly quickly. I was giving out the contracts as well, but I don't think we need not harvesting one just yet. Maybe if we end up doing the sorghum tomorrow, I might try and see if there's one just to help offset it. Generally, it's been great at that. Well, so much so I probably won't buy one this year. I'll save it. We'll rent another one this time next year. Something different. Leave your comments down below if you've got a particular brand you'd like to see us rent. Preferably not John Deere, because I'm not a big fan, although I'll probably end up with one because they are such a common one on the game. I mean, John Deere and Class are probably the two obvious answers because they're the two you're most likely to find. Look down the harvester list. You're there. I won't mind. I love these for small farms, but I think we've outgrown them. Oh, like some of these are pretty cool. Once again, I think we're a little, unless we're willing to take this going to be slow harvesting, we're a little bit beyond the size of farms they're designed for. To move to like multiple days a month is an option, but I kind of don't want to do that unless I have no choice. I think things move slowly enough around here as it is. And am I going to miss? Yes, I'm not missing any planting yet. That's next month, so that's good. Give us a chance to set these fields. So we're probably going to rip in September, so it's going to be, we may not even get planting till October at this rate. If that's the case, then that's just the case. But you know, at least we'll have. Once we get all the fields ripped, then weeds aren't an issue. If we make good money, lime spreading, possibility. I don't think you don't get a spring planting session on this map, do you, for cereals? No. So if I miss that, I'm then stuck to like, you know, sorghum, stuff like that, which I don't really want to do. So I'm going to have to get them turned around fairly quick. Ooh, fast track available. Not the biggest one, it's a smaller one, but yeah, probably not really good for us, but I like it because I just like fast tracks, is what they are. I like this piece, they're just good for hauling. I know, so I'm going to try and grab the end one of this one here now. Always come back and just grab any little bits I missed, which I have done. No, I haven't got it. It's going to be like probably about 16 off this field, so field 88 down there is going to give us an absolute pile of them. And they need to be collected before I can do anything with the field. Obviously field 8 needs mowing, but that can wait. We know we're spending the materials off it, so needs to be unloaded again. I do love how with like course runner you can literally just leave them two and they'll just manage themselves. It's brilliant. It's nice to do the things yourself occasionally, but this allows us to progress that much quicker. Because you can see there he's probably over half done with that. $16, maybe 17 if we get this really right. I'm not going to unload a partial one because it might as well just feed into the next one. $18, nice. Trying not to hit the sign, failed. What a place to put a telegraph pole, under a phone line. So I'm guessing the stairs now going to go and unload. Meanwhile, I'm going down to our field 88. I shall see you down there. Just figured you've seen me drive through that section a lot of times lately, folks. I wasn't going to bore you with it again. There we are. This is a good field. Part of it wants to see root crops on this field. The problem with that is I know it'd be way more than the canning factory could handle. As I wanted to do. I'm reluctant to get the AI to bail, because even though I know cosplay can do it, I'm a little worried that it's enough falling over their own bail at some point. Something that I can do if I'm not careful, but I assume the AI will be really good at it. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to fly around this field now very quickly, hopefully get it all done. Then after that, we'll be on to collecting, ready for the field to start being serviced. So sit back and enjoy. Got field 2 done at least. I've moved them on. I'm hoping I'm going to do field 7 myself at the end of this. I just want to get this finished. I'm going to have a lot of bales. Going to need still more bales need building and then collecting, but I'll have that for me next time. I'll try and get collected what I can tonight. The main thing is these last 2 wheat fields need to be done by midnight. Because I know I could just slow time down, and if it gets to like just before and we're not done, I might do. But I kind of like the almost jeopardy a little bit of time's getting on. You got stuff to do. You know, that rain the other day, in fact, look at tomorrow. Tomorrow looks clean. Oh, not a good winter. That little bit of rain we got last episode. I think it's just what's causing us. I remember the one before now. What do you think about it? Because earlier in the day during the first field, we lost like 2 hours to a shower. You've got to wonder if it wasn't for that, we'd probably be near enough done by now. And we're still working our way around these last few. But no, it's good. It just adds to the realism. You're not going into this knowing it's 100% going to work. You hope it's going to work. Really the best shot. I said, the more I think about it, but I've got a plan as well. All this wheat and all this barley is going to the grain mill. I'm going to feed the chickens the entire sorghum field. See what that gives us. See what supply that gives us. And how long you'll feed them for. I'm hoping you'll feed them till like next harvest season. We can do something similar again. Just have one field dedicated to feeding chickens. But if it doesn't, we'll have to deal with that as well. I don't want to buy food because that's where it gets really expensive. I'm going to send this guy's field to me while I'm going to jump into the massive, grab the bell trailer, and at least clear 3, 4, and 5. See how the air's going to. I have a feeling he's going to fall over the tractor in a minute. Has that field done? 26, so ironically just over. Just over what we class as a full load, 24 is what that trailer holds. But actually then he's fill field 3, 4, and 5 and then come across and... Is that actually, I don't think that's actually a track, is it? But... Oh no, it might just be clear, hopefully. I'm going to pull him to the sides a little bit more. I don't want the harvester getting annoyed by him being there. Where did that leave me? Bale trailers. No? Oh, I left it by the caravan, didn't I? I was going to get the ones from this field, put them in the silo and then go to 88, but because 88's got more than a full load, I think I'm going to want to get the extras first. I left it there. Still some more there ready to go into that. I could start feeding the babies TM Max. I've got plenty of it, but I feel that they don't need... The health 100% doesn't matter when they're infants. All that matters is in milk production. And once you get them to that age, yes, you want them to be on the best, but until then you can afford to... I can probably afford just to feed them plain grass. I don't, because I just feel that silage works. Plus at the time we weren't actually producing plain grass for anything. Because it was the hard part of like baling in these conditions is actually finding the goddamn things. Bale collection, another 17 on the fish, another 17 on this. If I'm going to fish with that many, I should be golden. I hope. And I had 27 to find, so 17. I can then get another 7 on here, which will leave 20 over there. Hear me? I still like how it says round bale, and clearly we can see that there's a slight issue with that. Even the sheep agrees with me. And I think there should only be 2 more on this field. I don't really know where. Yep, that looks right. 17, right, so now over to field 88 now. Luckily it looks like the ferry's on the correct side for me, so make life a little bit easier. And then we are going to run it right down to the wire, I think. Go on to the ferry. Big go, see you've just gone to your second lap. I'm going to slow time down, I can see it coming. But if we come out of here, I wonder if I can just sneak up one of these side gaps here. It doesn't look like it, but I'm kind of hoping that maybe I'll be able to find a way. See if getting up there. He's ended here. He's trying to go under the bridge and he just will not fit under because I might be able to get away with actually doing this then. This is where you put your thinking cap on. I don't know about destroying everything. Oh wow, it's actually doing rolling unloading. I didn't realise the game would even try this. That is awesome. Gonna fill it and all. He should actually, once he's done that, he should get to go and unload. As I say, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to shoot straight up towards the field here. I might actually stick this on another time lapse for you folks just to get through. And hopefully by the time we finish we'll be on to just harvesting that last field. You guys sit back and enjoy the music. I seriously need to remember, folks, when I go onto that ferry, especially with a loaded trailer, brake early, because every single time I went on with a lot of bells I thought I was going to shoot straight off the end into the water. It seriously didn't feel like it wanted to stop, which is pretty terrifying. Anyway, all those bells are collected. I'm just finishing this off for the AI because it was taking long. I'm then going to quickly fly over that field. I'm hoping to get all this done, obviously before the day runs out, although I think I'm going to call the episode here, just looking at timings and that, so it means the next episode is going to start slightly in today as well. It's unusual, but that's the way it goes. We'll get these done, and then we'll move on to... So like I said, folks, what we got? 2.5 hours? We should be able to do this in this time, I would certainly hope so. I apologise, I think something wrong with looking at my audio doesn't look right there, so I'm feeling editing these going to have a hard time figuring that one out, but we will work on it. But we'll just very quickly get these two fields done, at least tomorrow. we can start. We've got the sorghum to do, we've got a lot of baling. I know it all seems a little repetitive and I apologise for that, it's just the way this game goes at times. Then we have to sort out with getting all of this to the grain mill. It'd be interesting to see just how much wheat and that we actually do get. Let's say I was kind of pitching to try and get a lot this year, hence why I went all in on it the way I did. I'll say all this, like I was saying, wheat was out split with the barley. My aim was to just hit the cereal crops as hard as I physically could. You see, this Rosso mash has turned out to be a fantastic accompaniment to us. You never know, we may see one on the farm again. I'm certainly one I will consider. Last little bit of this field, I'll unload into him. I can move on to the final field. Field 7 over there, and then that's obviously our grass field is still ready. And our new sorghum field is still ready. I've probably moved down this one. I've never really been in that area of the map, so it'll be interesting to see. I've kind of bought it blind, hoping it's not like too meaty or anything like that. Go on, upload, thank you. But still won't be enough to make him leave, will it now? It might do. Just. So now we've got field 7. No, I changed this guy to field 7 in order to line him up with it. And again his way. As it was the style of the time. I've got to get the edge there. Come on, where's my field markers? Thank you, game. And a word there, it wasn't going to give me it then. I was going to be stuck having to try and do this the manual way. Everyone knows I don't particularly like. This corner's always annoying because it's just difficult to get it perfectly right. Let's hope it's just go around that way and crack into the barn like they normally try and do. What I could do with more straw-based contracts. And I can do it. Just need to press that one button. And that breaks the contracts, because of course it does, why wouldn't it? That cow barn is a fair old thing. It's a shame it's not part of the mod that gives them, because if it was, it'd be around 2,000 cows. It's like 100, it's like 500 anyway, isn't it? And we're a long, long way off filling it, so we don't need to worry for quite a while. Oh, I've got all these, I don't need these on the screen for you. There he goes, off to unload. If he gets back before I fill up. Try and drop as much of the straw as possible, sort of online with what's already been dropped. And then we're going to do that on the road, because we always will. Yep. I knew it. Once again, for some reason, oh, he's just going the stupid way around like they always do. I'd love to know why. It must be to do with the different colours on auto drive. I wonder if, is that my land? Can I cut down that damaged tree? No, I think it's just outside looking at that. It's just too far down the banking. Unfortunately, don't own all the way to the shore. Although when I click there, it gives me that piece of land. But now it appears I don't sadly own that bad, and I own that bad, you know. Another half knackered old bad. Speaking of which, gotta remember next time, get cement factory going so we can have the starting hours. I don't even, like I said, that's the thing, I don't even know what the barn he's building looks like, because I've never actually seen it done in the game. How we're doing on them? Wow, we've over 100,000 litres of wheat already. That's like 180,000 litres of stuff going into the grain mill when we do it. Can't get on the line, thank you. Don't know why it came off, but it did. Two hours to go. He's back. I'm just over halfway full, so that's not bad. I hope he manages to not. Usually they seem to manage to crash into the cow barn quite a lot. I possibly shouldn't have built it that close, but I like having as much room possible for the outside area. Okay, here we go. Once we've got it all in the silo, we can sort of look. I think I've pretty much decided now that the chickens are going to get. We're going to buy 500 to 1,000 chickens, depending on exactly how much they're going to cost me. And then we're going to feed them on sorghum, certainly to begin with. Hopefully we'll get enough sorghum off that field. I mean, the status of that field, if I go and look at it, 100% fertilised. She's green with weeds, which isn't ideal, but I'm sure we can sculpt around that. Green with weeds, although you see there are a lot of our fields now that haven't been dealt with yet. Weeds. Things obviously I don't have what's it on position on to give us any more details than that. I do wanna, I might try and make it not this harvest, but the next harvest try and get lime together and literally rip and lime all our fields. I'm just kind of scared of how much all that lime is going to cost. Because you end up needing a lot of lime. I know that from experience. And the standard in-game spreaders are also so small that you struggle to get halfway around the field before they need topping up. Unless we rented a TARDIS one and went to town on it, which is always a possibility. You know, fair credit to this harvester move because it's new, but even though we've used a lot of fuel, but we've hardly put any wear on it. Hang on, don't make me for some buttons. I'm hopefully going to fill up on this line if I put the arm out. At least get him on his way to me. Yep, here it comes. I say, after watching it try his hand at rolling unloading earlier, I'm tempted to see if I can get him to do it with me, but I somehow doubt we'd manage it. Come on then, pal. Don't let the way he's right up behind me. No, that's not where you need to be. What on earth is he doing? You go back a little bit. Hopefully give me enough room to pull out. There you go, that's more like it. Bring him up it. Jesus Christ. He got there in the end. Hey! The absolute wet wipe. We'll see, we'll get this offloaded and then we'll get try and get on with this, because I say we've got, what, an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to end up slowing time down, I can see it coming. But I really don't want to risk losing any crop. We need, all this crop is going to be our key to... Well, no, now we have the rope makers, we're actually a step closer out, which I wasn't expecting. So the wagon builder is still the overall aim. Now, if I leave it out, will he try and roll with me? Looks like he's trying to, but not right now. I need to remember that as long as he's in the field, I need to worry a little bit less about keeping him on the line, because I've got the windrows, haven't I? So it's not like I need them to be in the perfect straight lines for the baler to pick it up. Which is always nice. Look at the one beacon up front. Nice, yeah. One on the front, one on the back. Look how cheap. I don't know a lot about them as a brand actually, Ross, don't match the ones. I don't think you really see them in the UK. This is where something's going to prove me wrong now. It turns out there'll be a dealer like around the corner for me that I've just never seen. I don't think I've ever seen one around here. Right, if I do my usual trick to just skip a line, you just naturally angle it then. So he's over here, I might just do it if I put the arm out now, and I can get him to move. I feel like I'm entering a game of chicken. That'll do. I'm actually genuinely surprised that that worked. But it has just got him to move completely out of the way from where I need him to be. Which is good. This is allowing us. And you just right in my turning path there. Right in the route I needed. You forget how big these fields actually are. I said I'm seriously still tempted eventually just to cut this line out and it's just become... I wonder if I did that and then took a little bit off this edge, made that a bit wider, I might be able to avoid the stuff crashing into the barn incident. Although to be fair, it's not like harvesting, it's like AI going to unload and do it, so maybe it wouldn't help. So if I rip that middle line out, then we get one nice big... Unfortunately, the game does it. I'm sure 22 did a thing where it gave you farmable land as well as total size. Maybe some of the precision farming adds. We'll find out eventually. But as we rattle towards 50 episodes of this series now, we're not a million miles away from it, which I find absolutely amazing. If you think about it, 52 basically means that'll be a year that this series has been going on this channel, and we're nearly there. And it's like, when I start these series, I like to think they've got the long-term ability, but I know what I'm like, I know what the game's like, I don't always come to expect it. If we can get to like a year solid of Riverbend, and we've still got so much to do, like I say, playgrounds, wagon maker, you know, we're not finished yet, not by quite a long shot. How many there is in this series, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I'm not even going to try and put a number on it. I know what some other series have gone to on this channel, and I'd like to think maybe the ability to go similar to that, but the time will have to tell. It'll go until it feels naturally right to finish it, that's what I'll say. And then I'll find something else to entertain you guys with, I hope. And I do hope you find it entertaining, like I do. I'm trying to think of ways of keeping this interesting, and also looking at bits that maybe we haven't seen before. It's why I like the project side of these maps now, because it does just give you something else rather than just farm, repeat, farm, repeat. Yeah, I wouldn't do forestry if it wasn't for the various projects that need it. I certainly wouldn't get into cotton without needing the rope maker, which I haven't done yet, but hopefully once we get a chance, we can get into it. It's just that to me is late again, because you need the big expensive machinery to do it, and really you need pretty big fields for cotton, because especially I'd have to double check which baler it was, because one of the cotton balers you can't unload if it's not completely full. Which of course isn't good if you've got your contents of your harvest in it. Well, is this thing slowed down or is it me? Is this just the top speed of this? Oh yeah, 6 is just the header's top speed, okay. Apologies for folks, I had to answer a call there quickly. I got the pause button quick enough. So we'll go down to the far end now and then start that again, at least I'm on the correct side for him. Oh, dear. Deer in my wheat field. We'd like to be, would you like to see next? Is there a particular map on this game you'd like to see us play? Something to see me and Chris play, you know? Keep talking, we really want to do another competitive series, but we need some setup for that. Or it's not something we can just jump straight into. So, mate, I'm literally right in front of you now, so this should be the easiest one you've done yet. Man, that cricket's loud, I think he's jumped in the cab with me. Shit. I didn't give enough time, did I? Oh. I did not give enough time, right? Oh well. Yes, that is what it is, and we've got to take that as it comes. That's not good, but... all I can do is... prepare for tomorrow. Shit. Doesn't wither that as in now. Good. I'm genuinely annoyed because there's probably another 20,000 litres there that we've just lost. Because I couldn't keep an eye on the timings properly. But that is what it is, so I can't. I'll go and offload this, and then next time we'll have the sorghum to do first. Get the sorghum done first, and then it'll be a case of baling, ripping. Instead about slowing time down, I got that busy talking to you guys and discussing what we're doing. I just didn't look at the timings again. At least I suppose I'll wait for the factor to get back and we can have a look at the total. I'm going to be back here so I can offload this. Move it over here and it's ready for the next day. Oh wait, in fact I'm going to take over because I still want to... let's take all the time in the world. Need to. So then folks, the end of year 5 harvest. I'm disappointed, I'm annoyed. But we've still not done, I don't think, terribly. We let this guy flow, what have we got? We've got 200,000 litres of stuff. Just 200,000 litres of stuff, haven't we? Which And no, because this thing hasn't fully uploaded because it's being for some reason. Because it's full. Right, so I now know that silo has a 200,000 litre capacity. Well, on that bombshell, it's time to end, folks, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to check out the rest of the channel. There's a lot of great stuff on here right now. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, let us know what you're up to. Until next time, we shall see ya. Goodbye.